Hey everybody, welcome back to Freedom Algo. Sorry that I'm so late. All right. And I see some comments in the chat. Oh, you're welcome. Appreciate you. Thanks for saying that. All right, let me go back here. All right, cool. Sorry, I don't have everything pulled up yet. I'm in the middle of a couple of things. Right before this, I had a breakthrough, like right before pretty much was done trading, and then let's see. Hold on. Just working with some stuff with the developer. Okay. Sorry, I had to talk to my developer for a second. Got a couple of things that I'm working on, and all good stuff. All good stuff. All right. Let me get some music going here. All right. I'm going to zoom out real quick. This is a tough day, to be honest with you. It's a range day, but it's a tough day. There's not a lot of great setups today, and that's just what it is sometimes. You're not always going to have amazing price action, so you just have to be aware of that. All right, so let's see here. All right. I'm gonna give me 1 second. I'm just checking out. I just got to do something real quick. So I just wanted to start the stream. I probably should have waited and just been a little bit more late, but it's all good. I don't want everyone to think that the stream was just not happening. So I just popped in, even though I was having to take care of something real quick. All right. Okay. Let me know how your trading day went. Let me know in the chat while I'm taking care of this couple of things real fast. All right. All right. Hey, good to see you, Daryl. Good to see you, John. So you were saying you're not sure if this is a thing or not, but the overall shape today was a okay. Higher highs, higher lows. Well, there is a thing that we talk about. I talk about sometimes what I call an imbalance. So this is a range. Clearly, it's sideways. But when you're making higher lows and some higher highs in the range, it can be considered what's called a bullish or bearish imbalance. So if it's going, if most of the price action is in the lower side It's a bearish imbalance. If most of it's in the upper side, it's a bullish. But the thing is, this isn't really the case here. Like you can see this swing low was lower than these here. This swing high was higher than these. This was a higher low, but this was a lower high, higher low, lower high, lower low. So it's really all over the place. This is really a pretty balanced range overall. However, I'd say that there's more of a bearish bias than anything because we didn't come up to the highs of the range. The overnight was started over here, and we never came up to that level again. What happened to my music? I swear I turned on music. Oh, okay, there it is. All right, so anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's really just a range. I just look at it as a range. So when we came in this morning, we didn't have a lot of price action to go off of. There is a trade here where you're coming up, you get a close outside, and you actually get a second entry long here, but this is your signal bar, so it's not really a good one. But then you get a higher low. You are expecting a new high to be made. You're off of the midline of the range there. It's above the EMA. It's a really bullish bar. There's some reasons to like this. The only problem is the second entry had already moved pretty far. If you measure this, it had already moved 3.5 points. So you're taking a higher low after the second entry has already succeeded. So that can be risky. So there you go. Doesn't make a new high, reverses. And then there's just nothing in here for a while. I don't see any trade setups in here because like the signal bars weren't good. Like there's a second entry here. There is a higher low after the second entry. But it's right into the news, so you can't take this. But it's probably worth at least just mentioning that here you have a new high, pullback first entry, pullback second entry long, and then a higher low above the EMA. But it's so bullish, so aggressive. You are expecting a new high to be made over here and over here still, but it's in the news, so you can't take it. Then this reverses. The lower high comes all the way down here, so no shorts. But you do get this. You get this down channel. So now you've made a new high here. You get a close outside new high. And then this is coming down, and you actually have a first entry long, second entry long that fails below the 21 EMA within this down channel. So that's a nice little scalp. I liked that one. I thought that was a good setup to take. I mark it as a yellow because it's in the middle of the range, but you are expecting it to go lower here with just how it formed, and it does. It gives you the new low and close outside, so that's a good trade setup. That was my favorite setup of the day. That's the one that I took. And then it wasn't really like that sweet of a day for me. I took that one setup. That's it. So it's fine. You know, you're just going to get one trade sometimes. All right, so then this thing comes up. You get a close outside. And then this creates an equal high. So it's kind of like a new high. And at this point, you are rejecting this kind of blue line. I put it here as a possible like temporary range high. And so it goes down here. Now you have this little down channel. You get a close outside. You don't have a new low on the little down channel yet. And at this point, it's kind of mixed. But right here, it comes up and gives you a triple test. Now, you can only enter this one on the engulfing bar. I considered it in real time, but I decided against it because I just thought it was too risky. It is a triple test. If you entered one tick below the green bar as an engulfing bar trade, then I think it's reasonable. If you didn't do that, you can't enter one because then this one doesn't break lower. So it's a risky setup, but it's there. If you did enter that on the engulfing bar, then you'd probably get a nice runner there. So I watched that one go and just had to say, oh well. Then you get this. There's a first entry, second entry short, but you're not really looking to take a short there. This is kind of like an equal high, like a lower high, but it's too congested. No setup in there. It's in an uptrend. You get the close outside new high. It makes another new high. Then it creates an equal high. It's kind of like a lower high. But you can see this like a double top. And there is a first entry, second entry long failure. I think it's risky because this forms above the EMA. It's, you know, the second entry long forms above the EMA. Now, if you drew this down channel, it is looking like it's confirming a downtrend there. So I think you're going to at least get a scalp there. And you end up getting a big runner. So that's a cool one. I didn't take that, but it's nice. Comes down, and we bounce off of this area. I moved the range to these lows later on. Originally, I had it off the close right over here, but I moved it down after this. So then this comes up and actually gives you a first entry, second entry short right here with an equal high that you can treat like a lower high after the second entry short. I think the second entry short is dangerous here. And the reason I think that is because if you draw this channel slightly wider, like even just like this, you know, it's like, it kind of still fits within there. So I just don't think that it's confirmed there. So that's why I drew it like that, or that's why I didn't mark this. But I think that the lower high is a little bit better. I still think it's not perfect. It's above the EMA. You might end up with a failure here. It's just kind of a sketchy spot. There wasn't really like any ideal setups today. There was some decent setups, but not ideal. Now we have this little channel that I'd say is working higher again. And so we'll see what happens. All right, let me see here. All right, MB. Well, if you don't like the music, that's fine. But I like the music. It gives me something to listen to while I'm streaming, and I like it. But if you think that it makes it, you think it makes it cheap, then you know, oh well. I'm not gonna stop doing the music just because of one person. Most people like the music, so there you go. All right. From the low, yeah, I mean, you can definitely, you can just see it visually. It looks like two legs of correction here. Like that. So I see that. Two legs up. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, like, hey, listen, there's always going to be somebody who's annoyed with the way things are going. And that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, for sure. I actually played some music last night at a yoga class locally. And yeah, it was a good time. Good time. If you're here, please smash up the likes. Definitely smash up the likes. Our subscriber goal is to get to 6,000. We've been trying. We have been trying. We're on our way to 6,000. Our like goal is to get to 40. So if we can get to 40 likes, that'll be our goal for the stream. And we'll go from there. All right. Double checking something here. Yeah, Daryl, I agree. It's actually funny because I've seen some traders who have that stuff going. I feel like that stuff makes you anxious while you're trying to trade. You can see a failure here, a new low, first entry, second entry short failure there, but it's not one that you'd take. Just too far up. We do have to consider after a big low, like after a new low like that, if we're going to get some sort of wider pattern. It doesn't look like anything's going to fit very nice, but you do have to wonder if you form something like this. Right now, it doesn't look very good, but we'll see. Yes, I do, Sam. This is all I do for a living. Nigel, how do you get started if you want to backtest the ES? Well, you can do it for free on NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader, I think, has, as far as I know, it has unlimited free backtesting. So if you download NinjaTrader for free, you can actually backtest. You can download historical data from the ES and backtest it all. And then later on, if you want real-time live data, then what you can do is you can open up an account with them. You don't have to fund it with a ton of money. You can just fund it with a small amount, and you can subscribe to the live data. You can get the ES CME top of book level 1 data for only $4 a month from them. And then you could actually have a simulator account and just sim, and you don't have to really use any of your own money besides the $4 a month, and then whatever you funded the account with, which you can just fund the account and have it use that to pay for your data feed. So it's actually really, it's really like almost, it's not completely free to test the live data, but it's almost. It is free to backtest though, so you can use NinjaTrader for that. I actually don't have any referral links for anything. I only have my paid school community. But one thing I will say is that NinjaTrader has actually invited me to be part of their like affiliate referral program. So I may do a referral link for just NinjaTrader because it's literally what I use every day and what I recommend, and it's what the new tools that I just built are for. I will say that the tools that I just built for NinjaTrader, they're just about ready. I just have NinjaTrader doing a final QA check for me. So I have 2 people on the team doing QA checks just to make sure that it's all good. And then I will be able to test it or be able to have people start using it. So anybody in my paid community in school will be able to use it. So excited about that. Really cool stuff. And that's what you see on the chart here. It's the custom drawing tools up here in the toolbar. These ATR values, the TP, these numbers that are below the bars that tell you the size of the signal bar and if it's a bullish, bearish, or neutral bar. There's also some other features I don't have turned on that are part of it all. Did that answer your question, Nigel? Let me know. I'll be right back, by the way. I gotta go check on something. Hey, sorry about that. All right. I was drawing this as a possible up channel here. It looks like another close outside. I'm going to draw some test lines here just to see if there's anything else that fits a wider channel. I don't like just widening channels at random, but sometimes if the channel keeps going higher, sometimes you have a wider pattern in play. This doesn't look like one. This looks like a close outside, and now it's moving to a new high. So we just gotta let it roll. So if you're here, please smash up the likes. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Nigel, I don't know if you're still here, but hopefully that helped you. All right, let's see. Let's see. Checking a couple of things here. All right. Not much happening at the moment. I mean, this is just pretty much more of the same. Like, it's just been pretty sideways today. I will say these types of days are hard because you can see like every setup that I marked today was a yellow. It wasn't a perfect setup. None of the setups today were really like perfect ones that I would say. This was probably the closest. This lower high one was really nice. That was pretty close. But like a lot of the setups today are just less than ideal. And you're going to get days like this, and you just have to be able to deal with it. That's the big thing, is just understanding that like it's going to happen. So there's another failure here, but again, it's not really where we're looking for one. It looks similar to this pattern up here, but it's just in the middle of the range. So slow going today. Slow going. If you got any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. I know I've been a little bit distracted today. It's because I'm trying to get the tools finalized for NinjaTrader. So I've been going back and forth to NinjaTrader team, and I just waiting now. I sent them the version that I think is going to work perfectly. I have a working version right now, but I have another version that I want them I have them testing. So that will be the one that I make public as long as it works and passes the QA check. No, John, so the way I do it is, if it's a down channel, I like 3 touches on the top. If it's an up channel, I like 3 touches on the bottom. But I'll draw the channel before I have the 3rd touch a lot of the times to see, and then if it comes to the channel, it can sometimes get confirmed on that 3rd touch. So I'll sometimes draw it early like I did here. I only had 2 touches, but now clearly this wasn't a channel because it didn't end up working unless there's some really flat looking channel like this, but that seems kind of ridiculous. So I'll actually just delete that now, because it clearly wasn't the case that was in play. It was probably just a short term like this. Close outside, new low, higher low. That's what that looks like to me now. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I said you're welcome, but you're welcome. Let's see. So tomorrow we'll have our call in the community, and what I'm hoping for, that I think will be the case, I'm hoping that tomorrow or today I can have the code finalized and ready for people to set up. And then that way tomorrow I can spend the Q&A call showing people how to set up the indicator and all that stuff. So that's the hope. That's the hope, and that's what I think will happen. In which case we'll have like a little tutorial video, and I'll go over all the settings and how it all works and everything. And that could be a pretty cool thing, I think, for us to do. All right, so new high's been made. So this was a first entry, second entry long, higher low, but it's moved way too far, and then you get an inside bar anyway. But it does make a new high there, so that's all played out. So now, really all I'm looking for now is we still possibly might come up. These are the levels. This was a double top right here. So you kind of have, you know, obviously we had this previous level that was coming into play a lot today, but we did break through it there. So I don't know if it's really like that relevant anymore. Yeah, you see us smashing straight through with no problem there. So I'm going to look at these levels. This is these closes. Excuse me. This is the highs from those candles, and then the range high is off of the closes from over here. So that's the levels that I'm paying attention to. We could draw a high as well. This is the overnight high right here. So we can just put that on there just in case we go up higher. And that would be the main areas to watch out for. And we'll see if we get any sort of setups. This is looking kind of interesting now because the structure of this is making higher highs, higher lows. Now, I don't think we have some sort of a flat channel like this. It just seems too flat. So we just got to let it go and see what it does here. Is it possible that we have a channel that started here? Maybe like something like this. We don't have a confirmation. If we do, you know, it does fit, but we would need another touchdown here to really confirm that. So for now, we don't need to play that. We just need to be aware. All right, so this level just got smacked straight through. We just made a new high. So all that just happened. Now we're just waiting for this range high here. So let's see if we get it. Okay. Well, we went up and made a new high. So there it is. Now, this was my range high, so is this going to be a failed breakout? We'll find out. We can draw, we'll draw that line back on. The possibility of a wide channel line. It would have to come down to like this level, basically. We'll draw it on there. It's possible, but, you know, we'll have to see. This kind of was a little correct. This is just a correction channel right here, like that. But a lot of times these correction channels, when they're just making a new high, don't, you know, have necessarily make a new high afterwards, because it already was the move to a new high on this other channel. It's looking kind of like this. Not really fitting very well like that, so probably sometimes if it doesn't fit very well like that, I'll just draw it off the next candle like this. Something like that. We'll keep an eye on this blue line, see if it comes down and gives us some sort of confirmation. The other one that I was looking at was too wide because it was like this. You can kind of see like that becomes a little bit ridiculous. So that's how I had it. Give me 1 second. I gotta minimize something. All right. So after the live stream today, I'm going to finish testing the scripts, which I have a methodology for how I can test it on my side, make sure it's all functioning. And then should be all good. And I probably won't stay on for too long today, just because, Sorry, my phone's ringing. I probably won't stay on too long today, just because I want to take care of that. I want to work on the tools, get them out. Sorry to hear that. Big bummer. What was that? You said at 18.5. Oh, okay. So yeah. I mean, in those cases, it's always good, in my opinion, to have your stop trailing, just in case if you're going for a target like that. But also, when I'm going, I don't go long up into a high like that. Matt, just take another couple hours. Ahmed, I got no idea. What? 38.35. What does that even... What are you talking about? What is 38.35? Because we're on the ES and there is no 38.71. What are you talking about, man? 38.71? What does that even mean? Are you on NQ? Because we're on ES. Is that N? Are you looking at NQ or something? I don't even know what you're talking. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me know. Because we're trading the ES right now. We're not trading NQ. Or whatever else that could be. I don't even know what number that corresponds to. Project Panic 48173. Yeah, exactly. Like, what are we talking about? What are we even talking about here? Nothing like being live and people are dropping random numbers that don't even correspond to the chart we're looking at. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he left because... Let's see. I'll look at the... I'll pull it up on my phone. Yeah, it's probably gold. I think you're right. Because gold is... Yeah, those numbers look more like gold numbers. So that's probably what that is. Probably right. Good call. Good call. But also, it's like, why would you randomly start dropping that on someone's stream? It's like, we're not even looking at gold. It clearly says ES at the top of the screen right here, and you can see it by the sidebar that this is not gold. But whatever. Whatever. People have been asking me about gold lately. I'm like, dude, I don't trade it. I'm not a gold futures trader. I've never traded it. I don't know, like, I haven't really even analyzed that chart. I've, like, very briefly looked at it, but I've never been a gold trader, gold futures trader. Just not an asset that I've ever focused on. We are getting close to this level that this possible trend line, but not quite there. We have a new high. We have a first entry long. It's a close outside a new low all at once on that channel. But let's see. There we go. Let's see. If you're here, smash up that like button, everybody. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Yeah, and I apologize for being a little bit distracted today and having to reply to some emails and stuff, but I got to talk to the people when they're available because I'm trying to get this stuff finished. Yeah, I mean, Peter, that would be a cool trade if it does come up. The only problem is this is a possible failed breakout of the range. So sometimes in a situation like this, if you break out the top of the range and it fails, you know, we always know, like, if it could start trending down, like it could turn into an actual downtrend and go towards the lows of the range. So there is that aspect of this. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm actually going to wrap up the stream because I want to go test out the code now. I just got a message from them on the next step. So I'm actually going to head out. I'm going to go. I got to shut down NinjaTrader so I can test out the code and do this whole thing. So I'm going to go test it out. And everyone just stay safe. And I will see you all tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll have a good live stream. And then we'll also do the call and everything. So just watch out. This trend line could be in play, but we don't know for sure yet. But thanks for hanging out today. Sorry I got to run, but I want to go test out the code and get it done. So I will talk to you all later.